The 2025 Porsche Panamera. Thanks to Car and Driver, they have compiled together all of the latest 2025 updates, so let's get started. For this new model year, we have two new plug-in hybrid trim levels, the 4E Hybrid and the 4S E-Hybrid. The 4E Hybrid, it produces 463 horsepower, and of course it comes with all-wheel drive, and the 4S E-Hybrid, it comes with 536 horsepower. Also new for 2025 is the GTS trim level with the 493 horsepower twin-turbo V8. The GTS also comes with specially tuned suspension that's been lowered and stiffened. The Panamera got its newly freshened design for the 2024 model year. So of course, the two plug-in hybrid trim levels and the GTS model, they are all going to share that new freshened exterior style. And if you are interested in the e-hybrid model, then you can get an exclusive option, which is the active suspension system with the hydraulic pumps that quickly react to bumps or aggressive cornering to help maintain a more level ride. And those are pretty much all of your updates for the 2025 Panamera. Other than that, the starting price, it has increased by $2,900 compared to last year. So now a base rear-wheel drive Panamera, it's going to start at $102,800, and that's before destination. But honestly, I do think that one of the hybrid trim levels would be your best quote-unquote value in the Panamera lineup, because thankfully the hybrids, it's not just there for efficiency's sake, it's also your more powerful powertrain option. And just that regular 4E hybrid, it can do 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds. It seems like Porsche has not unveiled the official pure EV range for these e-hybrids, but estimates seem to be around 30 miles of pure EV range. Again, it could be more or less. But even that 4E hybrid, although it starts at $115,500, after you tack in some options like the premium package and a few other things, you can easily exceed $130,000, $135,000. So clearly Porsche is not a value brand. This is not something that you finesse yourself into. This is truly for, wealthy individuals and people who genuinely are looking for a high MSRP vehicle for write-off purposes. That's really what Porsche is offering here, because if you wanted quote-unquote better value, obviously that's what BMW, Mercedes, and Audi are there for. Because for like 130, 135 grand for a 4E hybrid, that's going to pale in comparison to what you can get from once again M Division, the Mercedes AMGs, and the Audi RSs. For about 130, 140, you can get their top of the line M, AMG, and RS models with well over 500 to 600 horsepower. Again, the average income of the new Porsche buyer, it's around $400,000 a year to over $1 million a year. Most of them probably have very good, lucrative businesses, and they can not only justify, but they also need a vehicle of this caliber and this high MSRP for some sort of a write-off purpose. It's difficult for the average Joe to comprehend that, because the average person is looking for the cheapest thing possible at all times. They can't fathom the reality of people, and quite a lot of people, actually needing the most expensive thing possible. Again, you can talk to a lawyer or an accountant regarding these things. I'm just trying to convey to you the reality of products like this and why something like a Porsche is so expensive and why they continue to get expensive year after year. Porsche Financial, they're not dumb by any means. They study their clients and they know that their income keeps rising. So the cost of these vehicles are completely justified. And actually, when these vehicles are not enough, that's when people step into the Bentley brand. And it just keeps going up from there depending on your level. But yes, I suppose if you're looking for value out of the Porsche lineup, then the 4E hybrid and the GTS are going to be where it's at. There's no way I'm paying over 200 G's for a Turbo S E-hybrid. I would literally rather just get a Bentley Flying Spur at that point. I don't care if it has more power or less. I'm definitely stepping into that Bentley brand. No questions asked. But speaking of Bentley, I did try that 771 horsepower plug-in hybrid V8 powertrain in the new 2025 Continental GT. It is truly excellent, and that's exactly what we have here with the Turbo S E-hybrid. It's literally the same engine and system. But occasionally there are some vehicles that you can finesse in the Porsche lineup, like a Macan or the Taycan, depending on the month and depending on the programs and how motivated the dealership is. Perhaps you're inquiring about a demo unit or a vehicle that's been sitting on the lot for a long time. I have seen people on the Lease Hacker forum, they were able to get things like the Macan and the Taycans for well under $1,000 a month on a lease. So that's good, but that's typically not the case with Panamera, 911s, Caymans, Boxsters, etc. Sometimes on the Cayennes you can get some really good discounts, but not necessarily an amazing deal, if that makes sense. But regardless, if you wanted to negotiate on your own, I do have a free leasing calculator provided to you by AutoCompanion in the description box below. This will show you the interest rate of a lease, the residual values, and the incentives that you can get in your local zip code. And incentives, they stack on top of whatever dealer discount you're able to negotiate. I also made a video that was quite in depth on how I use that calculator to reach out to dealerships to get the optimal deal, so you can check that out as well. But that's pretty much everything you need to know regarding the 2025 Porsche Panamera. If you've purchased one of these new Panameras, let us know how you like it. But thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.